Hello, thanks for joining us today. I'm Ann Barenbrook. I lead our technology partner program here at Rockwell Automation, and I'm joined by some of our fabulous tech partners to talk about Automation Fair. For those of you joining, you might be familiar with this event. It's Rockwell's largest customer event of the year, and this year we're in Chicago, Illinois, November 16th and 17th. And part of what makes this event so special is it's Rockwell and our partners exhibiting, showing what's new, showing these really world-class solutions to help you go home and solve some challenges specific to your problems. With that, I'm super excited to have joining me today a few of our partners. We have nVent Hoffman, ePlan, Domino Amjet, Stratus, and Metlo Toledo. So to kick things off, I think I'll start with nVent Hoffman. Do you mind introducing yourself, Aaron, and giving us a little background on what you do?
Sure, not a problem, Ann. Hi, and thanks for having me on. So my name is Aaron Craig. I'm the Senior Director of Marketing and Growth Verticals at nVent Hoffman.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining, Aaron. You know, a lot has changed over the last few years when we look at the industry and customer challenges and the market dynamics. What significant shifts are you and nVent Hoffman seeing in the industry?
Sure. So, over the past few years, it's certainly been a challenging time for a lot of us, but also has presented great opportunities as well, not only for manufacturers, but also for our customers. And I think we've really, managed together to really work through these and turn a lot of these challenges into some great benefits. So we really categorize kind of these macro trends or shifts into three main categories. First, technology and connectivity. Second, electricity and data demand. And lastly, sustainability. So as a result, Ann, what we're seeing is really a growing need for digital and smart electrical solutions. And this includes connected products and software that helps drive sustainability while also creating a digital thread to help accelerate industrial automation. And as the world becomes more electrified, we're seeing significant investments in infrastructure. And this includes things like electrical vehicles, energy storage, and renewable power generation. So that's what we're seeing as kind of the main shifts going on right now.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people can connect with those challenges or are seeing the same thing, like you said, challenges, but also opportunity, right? This is what I think through challenge, innovation really comes through, and sustainability, right? We know that's top of mind for a lot of folks. At the show floor at Automation Fair, what can customers kind of see that you'll be showcasing to help address some of these trends and challenges?
Sure. So let me start by saying, we're addressing these trends and by really focusing around innovations, to your point. And a lot of those innovations are around productivity, connectivity, electrical resiliency and reliability. And we're doing this all while helping to build a more sustainable and electrified world, which I think is extremely relevant to not only everybody in the call here, but also all of our customers and all the attendees at Rockwell Automation Fair. So, for example, at Automation Fair, attendees will see our panel shop automation solutions, which helps to connect machines and workers and improves overall productivity. Also, we'll be highlighting productivity within the food and beverage vertical in our hygienic design tech session on Tuesday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. in room W187C. So please be sure to check that out. And, attendees can also see a lot of our other electrical enclosures, for example, for extreme environments, non-metallic enclosures for renewable energy, all which are helping to protect our world's critical infrastructure. And we have a ton more innovative solutions I just don't have time to get into, but please be sure to visit us in booth 149 at Rockwell Automation Fair.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Aaron. You talk a lot about innovation and some of the things we're looking at. I know a lot of customers tie innovation to things like speeding up their time to market. And Jeff, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself and talk through what companies like ePlan are seeing around that speeding up time to market.
Yeah, thanks, Ann, and welcome to everyone. We see challenges across the board in the automation space. The customers are obviously struggling for sourcing parts, and that affects their time to market, but also trouble finding people resources as well. They're very busy still in the automation space, and we see people having the challenge of finding both people and product. And we're highlighting in our booth our integrated value chain with our colleagues at Rittal, where we cover efficiency gains that we can realize through the use of the ePlan platform across all stages of an automation solution development, from initial concept all the way through engineering and manufacturing, sourcing included, on into operation and maintenance. People can realize some very efficient gains and really shorten their time to market for their product and their solution.
That's great. I think that's, you mentioned some common themes. I know supply chain and having visibility to where things are, like that challenge is real for a lot of customers. And we are looking at these new opportunities around digitalizing the data and like connecting to cloud to see and move and have that visibility. That's so important. And I think that's where a lot of customers have a lot of curiosity. And it sounds like there's some opportunities to learn about that this year in the ePlan booth.
Absolutely. Our latest platform was Platform 2023, where we have a lot of integrated cloud capabilities directly into ePlan software platform. And what we're really seeing is customers, collaborating with all stakeholders across their project work and really shortening the time to market, getting a hold of the right people in the right time, and through collaboration, cloud-based tools, we find that they can dramatically shorten that from months to weeks, and it's really amazing to see. We have an event and PT42 technical session that we like to invite everybody to, and of course, stop by and see us at our booth. And we have a stage where we'll be doing some additional presentations. So please stop by and see us. We'd love to talk with you.
That's great. Thanks so much, Jeff. Picking up the thread we're talking about here, and part of having visibility is things like track and trace or traceability codes. So Adam, I think this is a really great transition. Do you mind introducing yourself and what Domino Amjet does, why you see your company having a really strong role in this kind of challenge?
Sure, thanks, Ann. Yes, Adem Kulauzovic. I am the Global Director of Automation here at Domino Amjet. And one of the things of us about traceability is that product identification has in the past allowed consumers and manufacturers mark or personalize their products, such as batch codes and expirations. But these times have been changing. Customers are not just demanding more variety in products, but they want more transparency. So on top of this, due to the increasing product recalls, FDA, for example, have initiated new food traceability rules through the Food and Safety Modernization Act that will go into effect starting January of 2023. And these rules require that in case of a recall, manufacturers now have to be able to identify the full chain from raw goods all the way to finished product out the door within 24 hours. And this puts a lot of pressures on companies. So this is where Domino comes in. With our years of thought leadership and understanding of consumer packaged goods, we've provided the equipment, hardware, and the services for the manufacturers to be able to provide this variable printing and tracking solutions that ensure products are labeled correctly and products can be properly tracked across all those steps in the supply chain.
That's great. Adam, you talked a little bit about kind of what was and where we're headed. How do you see manufacturers benefiting from something like an automated solution?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a great question. And, I bring it up with another question that most people don't know, that the number one reason for recalls has been labeling mistakes. In fact, the FDA reported that this has been the number one issue for 16 quarters in a row, so 4 years. And the average cost is about $10 million. And the reason why this happens so much is because majority of processes require human intervention. And humans make mistakes. Statistically, we make one every 300 touches. And the recent pandemic has made it even harder to get trained professionals that are qualified to operate this equipment. And so automation helps relieve this process of mundane, repetitive tasks through the reduction of human intervention. And so integrating printers into a full system through ERP and PLCs allow companies to have a full view and fix those choke points. And so providing this integration and allowing for automated change orders streamlines one's processes, improving efficiency, and eliminating these mistakes due to operator error. And this will help eliminate and reduce waste, which a lot of people have sustainability incentives, increase production, and of course, maximize revenue due to increased OEE. So at the show, at our booth, we're showcasing our capabilities to communicate utilizing industry standards, PLC communication protocols, and Ethernet IP to streamline this. So I encourage people to come and visit our booth and see how we can help provide these traceability initiatives and reduce operator error.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds like a challenge I think folks would love some additional insight around. I'm going to pivot a little bit. Another key question or theme we hear a lot popping up with customers is this conversation around data and where we're able to analyze the data or where the compute is happening. So I'm going to pivot over and introduce Stratus. Mike, do you mind introducing yourself and a little bit about our partnership between Rockwell Automation and Stratus?
Yeah, thanks, Ann. Mike Worster, Director of Strategic Alliances for Stratus. And Rockwell Automation partners with Stratus to deliver continuous availability through zero-touch computing platforms that are simple to deploy on the factory floor and provide unmatched reliability for business-critical applications that are easily supported by OT personnel. Over the past 14 years of our partnership, customers in the Rockwell Automation ecosystem have benefited from Stratus platforms that bring the modern IT practices, including visualization of thin clients and resilient computing, to the edge of industrial networks. And one of the key benefits of being a technology partner is having our development teams work together and co-develop solutions that address customer needs.
I know I don't want to dive too deep, but I know compute is such an interesting topic, and especially you mentioned edge. I think that's the next frontier where we're exploring. So I think that'll pique a lot of people's ears when they hear that you have some solutions around that. What do you think are some of the benefits customers are seeing? You mentioned this long-standing 14-plus year relationship. What do you think the customers see in terms of how they benefit from us working together?
Yeah, well, one example of working together is our plant PAX, what we call a solution in a box, which is a process control architecture that was jointly developed between our two groups. And it was to simplify the deployment of small and medium scale distributed control systems at those edge locations, in a panel on the factory floor. In an automation fair, we will be showing that solution in a box, running the Plant PAX 5.0 software on our platform. And the benefit to customers is a solution that's been performance tested, it's characterized, it's validated by Stratus and Rockwell for performance to ensure reliability and rapid deployment by operations teams and system integrators that are using a single industrial grade, panel mounted edge computing device in the field.
Yeah.
And then let me expand on
Sure.
just why that's important to customers. If someone used a traditional approach, say with multiple computers or a non-virtualized environment, the effort to integrate, the standard libraries, including HMI faceplates and asset management, data collection, reporting software, it could take 40 hours for you to load all the software and configure all that. With our co-developed solution in a box, the deployment only takes 8 hours. And this is an example where Stratus and Rockwell Automation listened to customer feedback and acted together, which resulted in considerable time savings to implement and deploy a solution.
Yeah, I think that kind of touching with the customer, that listening and then reacting, I hope I don't get our branding team worked up. That used to be a Rockwell tagline, was listen, think, solve. And so I think it's still extremely relevant. We want to make sure we're reacting to where the customer and the market is headed.
Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Last but not least, I'm going to pivot over to Andrew from Mettler Toledo. So I'm going to, we've been talking about Automation Fair, and obviously that's kind of the platform where we're all going to be gathering in a week and a half now. What do you look forward to most at Automation Fair?
Well, and we love Automation Fair. It's like our Christmas. So we really look forward to seeing all of our partners, all of our customers, all of our friends, all in the same place at the same time. Having that opportunity to chat about automation applications and see what's new in the industry, it's really something that helps us continue our product development and stay at the forefront of innovation. So hopefully we can see everybody at booth 255 and then at our session PT50, which is at 10 a.m. both days.
That's great. So we heard a preview from some of the other partners, what they're showcasing. What will you be showcasing at the event this year?
So this year we're showcasing more of our automation transmitter lineup. That basically provides a connection between weighing and process monitoring equipment and Allen Bradley PLCs. As a precision measurement company, as a weighing company, we have so many options for sensors down to the microgram level all the way up to 1,000,000 kilograms. So it can seem pretty overwhelming when selecting a sensor. So we really want to showcase how easy it is to integrate all of those devices into control systems and PLCs.
Yeah, I think integration is the name of the game these days, right? We need kind of that cohesive connection and anything to make any sort of implementation or running of a project or facility easier is absolutely, I think, one of the things that customers appreciate about Rockwell and our partners like you, is because we're thinking about that integration piece when we look at how we work together.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, that's it, crew. I want to thank all of you for joining me today, as well as all of you watching. If this piqued anyone's interest, there is still time to register for Automation Fair. It's free to attend. You can come on site. We have a large show floor with Rockwell and over 120 of our technology partners, system integrators, and OEMs. We also have tech sessions, industry forums, hands-on labs. We have a great media event the day before that we can live stream for you. So if anyone's interested, please go to automationfair.com and register to attend, and we'll see you in Chicago. Thanks so much. Bye.